made a video earlier this year about Ben being aggressive. He comes out and he goes on that hot stretch. I made a video about Ben shooting. He comes out and knocks down a three from the corner the next game against Orlando. Every time I've made a video about this, probably about maybe 3 or 4 times this year, he comes out and he steps up. Either you step up and play or you don't. 6 shot attempts without your main star against the Memphis Grizzlies is unacceptable. I know he can. I know it's in there. It's just if he wants it bad enough.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Every single time, man. Every single time. Ben Simmons watches Sixers YouTuber content, evidence piece number 652. If you know, you know. Hey, what's going on, everybody? RB here. Welcome back to Philly Take with RB. You know what to do. Smash the like, hit the subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way you're always notified when I upload or go live. The Sixers absolutely pounce on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they win, and now are tied again for first in the East with the Brooklyn Nets. It's going to come down to this last stretch. Can't wait to see what happens. Last night was just the most boring game ever. The Oklahoma City Thunder are a travesty of an organization. If you watched the entire game last night, shout out to you. I didn't want to, but then I hopped in the stream with my guys, did a little watch party, so it made it kind of fun. But yeah, I don't care how many draft picks the Thunder have in the next 5 years. They can have 684 million draft picks in the next 5 years. I just don't have a feeling they're going to be good. They're a dumpster fire right now, and they suck. They just stink. And the Tony Bradley-led Oklahoma City Thunder are just, that was a painful game to watch. Sam Hinkie died for our sins. He died for our sins. His evil twin brother, Sam Presti in Oklahoma City, is going crazy on these draft picks. And of course, he won't get any repercussions, right? He won't get any at all. Joel Embiid returns to MVP form, 27 points in 27 minutes. No Tobias Harris or Danny Green, but Furkan and Matisse step up big, and the Sixers just absolutely demolished the Thunder, who are openly tanking. But the main story of this game, and you knew we had to come on here and talk about it, Ben Simmons, not only was he aggressive, but he shot 3 jump shots. Now, I have clips of 2 of them. The last one he missed, even though it did have good form. But Ben Simmons shot the ball twice. Little middies, elbow jump shots. It's all we've been asking for, and he comes out and does it. Now, you're going to have the two different sides of this, as always with Ben. You're going to have the one person that comes and says, well, he did it against the Oklahoma City Thunder after he has been pitiful lately, and he comes out against the worst team who has nothing to stop him, and then he finally steps up and is aggressive. I'm talking about being enticing, on rebounds, on defense. Like, he was just everywhere on the court, and for the first quarter, at least, he just stepped up and he went absolutely hard to the basket, and, he was just aggressive, and that's all we've been asking for, and he shot the ball. So you'll have the one person that says, why can he only do this against OKC? Will it continue or not? And then you'll have the person on the other side of the spectrum that says, oh, well, it's good. Ben's getting back into his form. This is what we want to see. Maybe this will spark him and get him back into that rhythm he was going in. Now, me personally, I have no clue. Okay, I don't know. I don't really want to put any stock in this game. Yes, I'll have some key takeaways, but overall, I didn't care about the game last night at all. And, it does kind of irritate me. I'm on both sides. Like, I'm glad to see this, but at the same time, it does irritate me that this was against the bum OKC Thunder. Now, I think one statement must be said. Ben Simmons, once again, has put himself in a hole here. And this is what I mean. If you watched me the other day when I talked about Ben and I said, the 2 weeks leading up to the All-Star break when he went absolutely crazy, 42 points, and he was putting his head down, getting 20 plus, and just doing everything in an aggressive manner, taking advantage of mismatches. Ben Simmons showed us that he had it. He showed us it was there. It wasn't just potential. Like, it was there. It was there. We saw flashes of it last year. That, Ben showed us tangibly, physically, that it was there. We went from aggressive Ben, the guy that made the All-Star game, the guy that Daryl Morey thought was finally helping his team click, to what we've been seeing lately, and it just was unacceptable. In the same manner, Ben Simmons took 2 jump shots last night that looked good. It went in. What have I been saying? I mean, forever now. I mean, last year, this year, Ben has a jump shot. He has a jump shot. The form is there. And do you notice, like, I know he tends to take them against bad teams, but every time he takes them, like, they go in for the most part. Like, he usually makes the shot. And that's what's frustrating. Like, it's not even like it's just a bad form. Maybe a couple years ago, it didn't look as polished, but I mean, it goes in. But what I'm saying is that he has now put himself in a hole, because if he does not come out and continue this in the coming games, right? If I don't see at least one jump shot against one of these other teams coming up, and I'm not saying, if it's a tie game, 100-100, I want Ben to do it. All I've been asking for is, if you have space, if they're not applying pressure and you come up and you're 5-10 feet away from the basket, just shoot the ball, Ben. That's all I'm asking for. And to take advantage of your mismatches. And like I said, I've had this gut feeling that Ben needs a jump shot for the Sixers to win a chip. This year I kind of turned and I said, maybe, if he's aggressive enough and gets us 18-20 with the way Toby and Joel are playing, then maybe it'll be fine. But we just have to realize that something as simple as this jump shot takes this team to a different level on offense, and it unlocks so many different things. But for the goofballs out there that keep trying, but RB, they keep trying to tell me this, but RB, the reason Ben isn't shooting is because he's never had a shot. He doesn't have one. Do you want him to shoot 15% from the field? Idiots. Ben has had a jump shot. Let me just real quick remind you guys of, take you down memory lane of Summer League Ben Simmons. This was Summer League 2016. This is what we drafted him for, number 1 overall. Transcendent type of player mentality, transcendent type of skills, and he's developed every other part of the game. But, I mean, he's supposed to be a scorer. And you see this elbow shot? The shot from the free throw line, look, off the dribble, bang. He's had a jump shot, guys. It's nothing new, and I broke this down a couple months ago, so we can stop with that. Look at this. Off the bounce, bang. It's not hard. We want to develop this. And last night, here's the first jump shot early in the game, came right out around the screen, off 1 foot, a little bit awkward, but I mean, it still went in. It didn't look terrible, right? And it was instinct. Now let's look at the second one. This one looked really good. Coming around a Dwight, low screen. He's going to hesitate a little bit, but then pull up and shoot it. I mean, come on, man. Look at this. I like this one because there wasn't that thought that usually goes through Ben's head, like, all right, should I shoot this? And then he starts to overthink it, and then he takes it in, drives and dribbles. And like I'm saying, like, this opens up so much on the floor because Joel's not going to be able to get easy double teams like that. They've been taking Ben's man off because they just don't expect him to do anything outside, of the post area. And if he's at least going to be able to take the shot, then they got to keep him honest. This is going to get the shooters open more in terms of Ben Simmons. If someone has to take one step out on him, I mean, we know he already has the blow-by ability. He can already put up 30 in a game without a jump shot. If they have to take a step out, he can just be a lethal force cutting through the defense and get where he wants to on the floor. He not only has he not been aggressive lately, he hasn't really been able to finish at the basket because, again, like the cat is out of the bag. Like, teams know what Ben wants to do. They know what he's going to do. And at this point in year 4, like, it's just, you got to develop something more. I don't know if Doc Rivers has been on him lately outside, of the press, if he's been on him, behind closed doors. I don't know. I would expect that he's been saying something because, I mean, he told him, a couple games ago, like, you got to get your stuff together, Ben. One thing I really liked last night was Joel Embiid our man, our leader, coming out, and he was asked if Simmons should look to score more. And Embiid said for sure, he's a playmaker. He wants to be a playmaker. He wants to get everyone involved, but at times you also just need to be aggressive and make the guys on the other teams guard him. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. This is what we have been saying. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Like, you even have our MVP star coming out and saying this. I'm not going to say he's calling Ben out, but essentially he is he's demanding something. This is what he wants because it helps him out. It helps the team out. And at the end of the day, like I've been saying, our goal is to win. And this gives us a huge boost in terms of winning. Again, I'm not going to put stock in this game. Here's the difference between me. I've grown, okay? I've grown because I'm not going to take this just for, okay, Ben's back. No. You need to give me now a 5-game sample size at least of being aggressive, doing the things you did on the floor last night. People will look at the box score and say Simmons had 13, Mike Scott had 13, Simmons didn't have a good game. Simmons actually played well, but he took his foot off the gas pedal because, again, this garbage team in the Oklahoma City Thunder meant nothing, and I'm just not going to take this one for anything. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm going to be happy that Ben's form looks nice, but I need to see this more now. Before I would probably say, all right, Ben's back. No, I need to see it more, and that's really what I'm going to say about that. If he does not shoot a shot now for the next 8-9 games, like we saw it now, it is there. The form is nice. Like there's not much more we have to see. You have it. It's in your arsenal. There's no excuse not to do it. The form is there. I don't understand it, why it doesn't happen more. But you guys let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think about it? Do you think it's going to keep up? How important is it to this team's success? Let me know your thoughts down below. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.